Okay, how about now? How does this work? So once again, we should be live. Ah, okay. Here we go. Stream settings, stream latency, analytics. Back.
I have a little pizza.
Nice.
It is.
Okay. So I have another
There is another
stream. I have another stream,
Okay.
but I can't copy video URL. What if I do that? Where does this take me? Yeah, where does this take you? Or actually, go back to my channel.
Okay. I'm looking at live and there's still nothing.
There's okay, it's just old VODs. What happens if you go here?
Yeah. We in.
Oh, it's because of the unlisted. That's what it is. It's because I've set it to be unlisted. That means that every time I do this, I will need to, like, you can't just go to my channel. I have to, like, get a direct link, which honestly, that's fine. I can do that. I just need to figure out obligatory first. Look at you go. And look, you even have a skeleton icon yourself.
Indeed I do. One second, my roommate asked me something. What do you want? Fuck. What do you want? That's a little patronizing, but thanks. My roommate's a dick. Fuck him. Sucks. I hate him. I hope he dies. You hear that, Glenn? How was your Thanksgiving? Good. Did you tell your girlfriend's parents about how the fact that you had sex? I like one having sex.
Yo, Ted, you're live. Whatever you say is accessible.
I know, it's funny.
How's the volume?
Good. That wasn't too bad, was it? I mean, I thought it was funny. I don't mind. But,
Okay, just
volume on the stream or
yeah,
volume here?
like to you, because you're hearing it, right? Hello, Ted.
Yeah, sorry, I was just listening in. No, it sounds okay.
Okay.
It's fine. I'm probably just a little quiet because I'm not close to my mic, but that's, yeah. I'll probably just adjust my own volume.
Well, here we go.
Hey,
Juniper, right?
Yeah, that's the one. First,
Juniper called it!
Female professor.
The first female, okay. First female professor.
Wow, are you proud?
That I called it? Yeah, a little. I mean, nowadays they aren't naming the professors after trees, which is just kind of blasphemy, right?
No, they are still.
Really? Like, what are the two new ones? Who are the two new professors?
Yeah.
Come on, you're playing Scarlet and Violet. What are their names?
I don't know. I'm playing the game in Spanish, bro. They have like different names.
Oh,
They're
really?
like Professor Arbol y Professor Otro Arbol. No, I don't.
Okay.
No, it's like Churro. Is Churro a tree?
Okay.
Because there's technically 3 professors. But
I'm 50-50 on which pro tag I usually go with. I've done full playthroughs as the girl pro tag before. in other games, in other versions. We'll go with yes.
They're both reasonably cool. You know, I always go with the boy because, you know, boy. But like, I always thought like this is like the best like character designs like made for tag. Like, I don't know, it just looks like a modern Red, doesn't it?
Bianca. I don't know. I feel like honestly, it was Gen 4. Gen 3 was the last time I was like, ooh, I really like those pro tags. Gen 4, they gave the guy trainer the stupid chapeau.
Why does everyone shit on the chapeau?
It just something about it just seemed off. I know I'm just super down for like, or here, let me put it this way: top, like the best, the most awesome, the coolest trainer is Red from the Fire Red and Leaf Green. Like,
no, he isn't.
He's got just the most perfect quintessential cool trainer look to him.
No, he doesn't. He looks lame.
What is yours then? What is your favorite?
This guy.
Huh?
The protagonist from either Black or White. No, actually, the one from Platinum. Like the long overcoat with the scar.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I do know that in Platinum they gave like winter clothing.
Overhaul. Yeah. That guy looks so cool. They look like.
Was it?
Yeah. Like,
was that your first game?
No, my first game was Fire Red on my brother's Game Boy, where I got his level 10 Charmander to a level 36 Charizard off of Caterpies in Viridian Forest.
The sound is just a little like garbled. Screen size, video settings. What happens?
You've never played Black and White, right? Never?
Internal resolution. What happens if we pump this up? Okay, there we go. What about this? We'll try that. Yeah. Okay, this is looking better. What if we maximize it? No, we won't go all the way. So I have played Black and White before.
Okay.
But I only like remember like up to like the first gym. Like I don't and so I didn't beat it. I think we talked about this. I remember like the farthest I ever got was a bridge. Like you crossed a big bridge into the city. In addition to that, that's
I'll be honest, there's a lot of bridges in this game.
Oh.
Like
okay.
where it gets memed on. So that's not super
really?
descriptive.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the other than that, the only thing I like really remember is the first gym. How like they it's the weird monkey Pokemon, the fire, water, and grass, and they give you the one, they make you fight the one that you're weak against, and so it's like a test. It's like, you learn about types, and here you have to fight one that is so those are like all I remember.
Yeah, first game's actually pretty hard because of that type disadvantage, and like grinding for it is like weirdly difficult. Alright, well this should be fun for you. I mean, I assume you remember all the Pokemon designs, probably.
No.
So, that's really like the most important thing.
Like,
oh, really?
Sweet. It's like the extent of my Pokemon knowledge really solidly like goes up to like definitely Gen 3. I know just like everything about Gen 3, and quite a bit. There's probably some stuff that I'm a little flaky on when it comes to Gen 4. Gen 5 is when, like, wait, that's when this Pokemon was made? And included?
Oh, okay.
So, I do remember this, though. This is one thing I do recall. Of course, you get your 3, and truth be told, Tepig is the only one that is even moderately cool at high levels.
Oh, go to hell. Go to hell, dude.
No?
How can you have, like, the worst takes already?
Well, what do you think? Which one? Like the final. Which is the coolest final evolution?
God.
Because I know
They're
this
all
one
really
like
good.
loses.
Samurot's awesome.
It loses its like the snake grass snake loses its arms and legs. It just becomes like a snake.
No, it keeps its arms. Everyone refuses to acknowledge that you see its arms in the back sprite clearly.
Oh, okay. It's just they're like
Yeah.
hidden. You only see them on the back. And then this one,
Yeah.
like, I thought we had a conversation about how like you like this one, you like the second evolution of this one, and then you hate the third. I thought.
I don't hate it. I'm just like it goes
Disappointed.
from A to A plus to like C.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. But and you're it's not you don't like what is it Embor Tepig Embor something.
Mm-mm.
You don't like the third one?
No, I actually like the third one. I just don't like Tepig and Pignite, the middle stage.
Oh, okay.
The final stage is okay.
And what about
Neat. Snipe?
yeah.
Yeah, the grass. That was the first one I played through. Yeah, I have like a little soft spot for it.
Okay.
I think it's pretty good all around. Middle stage is kind of mid, but in like final stage is like cool, but like using it is just really difficult. It's just not very good.
Now I
It's
do
like
understand.
Meganium, you know?
I do understand like the frustration with, like oh boy, it's another firefighting type. I do understand that frustration. Because this is the
Yeah, that's a horrible design choice.
like even and it just it doesn't make sense because they did it for so long. This wasn't even the last one. Like Black and White 2 and then the next one after that, I believe also, right?
No, the next one they haven't done firefighting since. They did Fire Psychic, which is pretty far removed.
Okay, yeah.
But then they did one that is a Fire Dark that looks like a fighting type, so it's still kind of like a kick in
The
balls.
tiger. And that's one of those
Yeah.
like furry. That's one of the furry. Just like the modern ones. The new Scarlet and Violet. Just
Hyper furry, yeah. Which is crazy because like I think that like started in like Gen 6 where they started getting like more furry designs with like the fire type. But like Greninja is like the most wide loved Pokemon design
Oh,
of
yeah.
all time. It's like they know how to do it. They're just like, come on, just dial it back a little bit, dude.
Uh-huh.
We're right there.
oh yeah, you destroy your room. The only time they actually like touch on that possibility.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh.
plenty of times you walk into someone's house and you have a Pokemon battle and it's just everything's perfect. It's like, really? Like my Charizard just used Blast Burn. Why is the house still here?
Yeah, your TV should be melted. Yeah, no, that's great. I like how there's like footprints on the walls.
Yeah.
Like, what does that imply? Like, this was super sick, a battle in like their world.
Oh. And I do immediately do back to back with a Oshawott. Okay.
Yep. Well, you get healed first. Yeah, well, good for you. You gave Sharon the cool starter. This guy's gonna be my self-insert, you know. You can think of
Ah,
Sharon as me, because I will be challenging you.
right. I'm so I know the strategy, or at least the strategy that I deduce with these opening battles is like tail whip is, and like the other like what do you call them? Attribute afflicting moves are valid, but only if you like open with them. If you like attack and then you do a tail whip, like that's nah. See,
No.
like my stance right here is superior to his because I actually opened.
Yeah, well, theoretically. I mean, you would have to. Yeah, no, it would be, because you're probably going to have to do more than 3 hits or 3 turns in this battle, so. Yeah, see, you have the advantage here. You might be. It looks like you're faster, too, which is really what's going to decide whether or not you win this. Is the speed stat. Oh, yeah. Clean. Crit, crit, crit.
Yay! Were they when were they gonna like give me the option to nickname?
Oh, I think it's like shortly after this battle.
Because they did I don't think I missed it.
No, no, no. It's like very shortly after this. What funny little nickname are you gonna give your little friend?
Oh, like it's part of the reason why I like Embor, because I can do this name that I think is very cool and very fitting.
Oh, I am deeply looking forward to roasting it
Do do
thoroughly.
do.
I've never. I used to name Pokemon. I can't name Pokemon anymore. Like, what name could I come up that is like more tailor fit than like the name they already had? You know?
Yeah, and I'm definitely that way with like a lot of Pokemon. There are only just like a few. There's just like a few specific ones that like, ooh, that actually works. Like calling your
Mhm.
Gardevoir waifu, you know?
God damn it! Yeah. Imagine if your name is waifu. What a life.
Okay. And that is not the lab. Where is... Oh, yeah. Professor Juniper. Yes. Here we go. You catch that, Ted?
Uh,
I named my Embor Ganon.
oh. Oh. Sorry, the stream is like slightly delayed. That's why I'm like so.
Oh, actually, that is a
Yeah.
question. I was curious about how delayed. How much is the delay? Because
Oh.
currently I have it set to I should have it set it here to no delay. Visibility, playlist, audience, pay. Where did it go? I saw it here. Cancel. Yeah, added delay is none right now. So let me do a thing. Oh, actually, I can see. I can see the Oh wow, that actually is a pretty significant. That's like a 30-second delay or so.
Oh, it doesn't feel like 30 seconds. It feels closer. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, maybe 30 seconds is right. But yeah, it's there.
Like, here, let me actually test this. Get an actual legit count. Town map. Running shoes. Oh, no running shoes yet. So let's see here. Boom. 1, 2, 3.
Oh lord, I'm still looking about this map.
$17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20. Okay. So like, or roughly like somewhere around 25 seconds.
Oof, jeez. Yeah, okay, that is a pretty substantial delay. Well, I mean, it's fine on your end, so I'll probably just like try to tie in vaguely what's going on because I know this game well enough based off what you're talking about.
I can also like glance over and see like where you're at.
Smart, yeah.
Ah, yes, the prerequisite automated Pokemon catching tutorial.
Yeah.
Lovely.
You having fun? Is it fun? Whoa.
Riveting. It is.
Oh my god.
Absolutely riveting.
Positively engaging. I will say though, probably like, no, I was gonna say for its time, this is probably cool because like you get to see the 3D animations of the Pokemon, but you already saw them in like your first little battle, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like their kind of sprite animation. See,
yeah.
Even this I think is better than the fully 3D that they do nowadays. Like, just artistically speaking, I feel like these kinds of sprite movements are just better.
Oh yeah, I mean from an artistic standpoint, of course, but like, you know, you got to think of it like as a company and like marketability standpoint.
Yeah.
It's fascinating how I think like Pokemon design has changed as a result of like having to do them in 3D. Like certain Pokemon
That's true.
Don't work in 3D. Like what is it called? Cyndaquil's Final Evolution. Does not look good in 3D. And like a lot of these modern Pokemon, yeah, Typhlosion looks terrible in 3D. And like a lot of modern Pokemon look really bad in 2D, but when you get to see them move in 3D, it's actually pretty great.
They need to do, I think they need to do a little bit more of, have you seen any games that do kind of more modern cell shade, like, I'm trying to think, like the Naruto games, the One Piece games, the Dragon Quest games, any of those?
No, I haven't seen them. I could look them up right now and like get a reference of like what they look like. Probably.
Particularly Dragon Quest. For a long time, that was a game that I think made several attempts to get like 3D, and it just felt wrong. And then there was one Dragon Quest game that came along several years ago that did really well. I never played it, but like, I have heard accounts that what they did with the graphics in that game is actually just like really good.
Yeah, I'm looking at Dragon Quest XI right now, and this looks like gorgeous.
And so it looks good in 3D, but it still also has that style that Dragon Quest kind of like art style, that manga style. And there are other games that have done similar things where just there are ways there's shaders you can put into the game and ways you can design the 3D to convey the 2D manga style in a way that like looks appealing even though it's 3D. Cell shading is kind of one of the techniques that's commonly used for that. Can I fight? Can I swap moves on the fly here with...
Bruh, why does Dragon Quest look so good? I love this character design. This literally, it looks like it's from like a 90s manga. Just the character design alone.
And yet it's 3D. It's perfectly fully
Yeah.
moving 3D. There are also certain animes that are kind of learning these techniques in order to include 3D in a way that doesn't look really cringy. Like I'm sure, have you seen like cringy 3D
Yes.
in anime?
Berserk.
Yeah, no,
Berserk is hard.
it can get real bad. It can get real bad. But there are more things that you can do. What was it? Do you want to compare which of us has the most Pokemon? No. Oh, they want me to catch something.
I mean, you don't have to. It's just like...
I mean, what is here? Here's a little terrier.
And ratones. So, good options you got here. The terrier is pretty good, though.
Which of these normal type Rata lookalikes do you want?
Yeah.
What is the... I'm looking for, what is the Pidgey? The Pidgey equivalent of this game.
Pidgely.
Pidgely.
They should do one called Pidgely. That would be funny. Pidgely is Pidove. It even starts with a P. You don't get it until
Okay,
actually
this is good.
surprisingly later. You don't get it until like after the first gem, which is wild.
What? Ah.
What'd you do?
I killed something I was going to catch because the first hit
Oh.
took it just above halfway, and then the second hit took it below half, like, killed it. It's like, usually when you attack something, it takes the enemy just above halfway, like, oh, that's good. Because, you know, you can just... Oh!
Are you,
Yes.
familiar with damage rolls in Pokemon?
I know there are, so there's, like, some fluctuation. It's not guaranteed. But I think I got this one.
No, it is. Essentially, like all Pokemon like damage rolls, either do a range from 100% of the damage to 80% of the damage,
Mm.
and there's like a 1 in 16 chance for each in between. Or so, yeah, for each like individual roll. So that's why you sometimes can get like a low roll like that into a high roll, and it's like, well, I killed this thing. Whoops.
What about you? Okay, you're level 4. So what happens when I give you the tackle?
One tackle might be enough. I mean,
That was the
pretty
previous.
low level.
That was the previous one. So this one's like right on halfway. So I'm gonna go for it because I have an exit
Yeah.
strategy here. So don't kill. Don't kill. It killed.
I get to hear your suffering in real time and then watch it after. That was excellent.
Because if I catch the terrier, then I beat them because I have more Pokemon than they do at that point. But I also like don't want to like have to go all the way back to. There, I now have 2 as well. We all have the same
Yeah.
number. Yay. Did she
You're
give
all
me
equally
anything if...
bad. No.
Okay.
You get the satisfaction of being better than a line of code.
Oh, wow! See, this is what they do in the Tales JRPGs. They have these skits where, like, they show you portraits of all the characters.
Oh, yeah, that.
Have you played any of the Tales games?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I haven't played a lot of games, man. I'm pretty unengaged with games in general, unusually.
Oh, now we need to learn about Pokecenters, because we don't know what those are.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep forgetting to... I need to change the settings to, like, maximum speed text.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see if
Definitely.
I can... Options...
Man, this game has so much potential for a remake. It's insane.
Well, it's next. It's the next one.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. 'Cause I
Dread.
don't- yeah, it's like, well, here it comes. You know, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl did not inspire confidence, if I'm being honest.
Which I think is funny because my replay or my playthrough of the Auras was actually kind of positive.
Yeah, those were good. Those were fine. But I don't know, man. Like BDSP like came out so buggy and like unfinished and just kind of just like a general disappointment that like I'm really worried about like what's gonna happen. I mean, if we can get like a good like Legends of Arceus style, then like whatever. I'll take my bad remake. I could always play the original.
Mm-hmm.
But
now we
know,
have
it's just problems.
the cultists, Gitessus,
the
giving his
cleric.
dun dun dun. You must liberate the Pokemon, and only then will we be equals.
Mm-hmm.
And then they march off.
See ya.
Ah, and here's this guy, N.
Oh yeah. Best rival in the series. Kind
Is
of,
he a
maybe.
rival?
Yeah, you get 3 in this game.
Oh,
You, they went
he's
hard.
fighting me now. What is his Pokemon?
Oh yeah.
Purloin.
Mm-hmm. El gato.
I am 1 level higher. And I think I got this.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You could probably be like 3 levels lower and you could still beat that thing. It's really weak. Not to undermine your inevitable victory, but just giving you a heads up if you decide to catch Purloin, you're in it for oof. Best of luck.
Not a good one.
You know, it evolves. No, it doesn't even evolve that early. No, it just kind of blows. It's fast. You like fast Pokemon? That's pretty cool.
Okay, and then the gym is actually not in this city.
Mm-mm.
What is up here, though? God, I want my running shoes.
You're getting them very soon. It's
Okay.
literally when you leave this city.
See, that's another one of those things that the game I think needs to just kind of wake up and like give people the running shoes, get rid of all these tutorials, Like, there's so much here that, like, everyone already knows. My phone is ringing. It's Mom!
Madre.
Yay, running shoes!
I'm not gonna lie, because of the delay, I thought like you were getting a phone call in real life from your mom.
Oh, no, no, no.
Yeah. I was like, oh, cool, I guess.
Hmm. Huh. Actually, this is weird. Now that I think about it, something weird is going on. So, I'm speaking into my mic. That content is immediately being transferred into the stream. It's like my audio is caught up with the video that's being uploaded. Yours, however, is behind. And like,
Really?
sure, I could, like, another option I could do for these kinds of streams is that I could like be streaming through YouTube and also be streaming to the people that I'm voice chatting with. But if I do that, no, that their audio would then also be caught up too. That's another thing I'm considering doing.
So I don't know about my audio, but this actually might be a technical issue just on my end. Because I just checked like on my phone, switching to like watching the stream on my phone, and it's caught up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's just me that sucks.
Well, the funny thing is, I also have a what do you call it? I have a stream of the video, like as it's being. I assume as it's being shown online. That stream is behind. That's the one that I was using that I used to tell, like, oh, I'm behind by 25 seconds. The only potential problem if I stream through Discord as well as through YouTube is that, like, it's double the video upload.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't know if that would cause problems. I kind of want to try it. I kind of want to test it, because that's the point
like
of today.
Yeah.
So I am going to share that. So now,
oh, there you go. Yeah.
So now you can actually just close YouTube because you're seeing it in real time.
Can you just quickly, to confirm that I'm seeing it in real time, can you describe what you're doing right now?
I'm like right where I got the running shoes, and now I'm entering into the. I mean, this is Discord.
Oh, wow, it's right on.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
this is
double check.
Because Discord's streaming is literally like there is no delay at all whatsoever,
Yeah.
none.
Yeah. Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it's should be
Hey.
perfect streaming, but
Cool. I hope
Yeah.
my audio then, like, on, like, whatever, like, when you're streaming isn't, like, messed up, or, like, because I don't want to, like, if you keep this for your own, like, integrity and fun, I don't want to, like, and now here's Ted randomly talking about something that happened 30 seconds later.
See, that's the thing. So for Pokemon, maybe it's not as big of a deal. Maybe, like, I mean, there's a few things where it can be, but other games, there are other games I want to stream, like Morrowind. I want to do a stream playthrough of Morrowind with friends and people, and that is like an action game. Like, it's real time. I can't have any of this, like, delay nonsense. Okay.
Ooh, I wonder if I can.
So I'm just going to let this one go, because I'm curious about what happens if I use an Ember on one. If I use an Ember on a Lillipup, will that take it right down to red? Make it easy to, Come on, doggy. Oh, there's the cat. It is also level 4. Let's try an Ember. Don't one-shot. Give me a sliver of red. Oh! Oh, that was actually...
That's weirdly weak.
What about a tackle?
Oh, newt. Definitely.
What?
Yeah.
Is it a special defense? It just has a high special defense, doesn't it?
No.
No?
They're equally shit.
Well, the Ember just...
I think Tepig... Yeah, I think... Well, I mean, like, it's proportionality. I know Tepig has, like, significantly higher... Well, its final evolution has significantly higher attack than special attack.
Okay.
Which is, like, Tackle's probably, like, 50 power. Ember after Stab is, like, 60, so, you know.
This one I don't care about. I don't care about this guy.
My pillow.
So oddly enough, Tackle actually kind of is similarly viable right now to Ember. Just
arguably better.
Better?
Yeah, I mean, like, you could test it.
Okay,
you know, if
well,
you like, but...
here's just level 4 Lillipup.
Yeah. Start with the Tackle and...
Well, I've been trying the tackles.
Oh, and
so...
You're right.
So, like, that... I know that, even that seems like below half. Just, like, slightly below half.
No, it doesn't. That's... Yellow means it's half.
But below. Like, if it was over half, it was...
Oh, the HP.
Yeah, the HP.
Oh, the HP bar. Oh, I thought you were talking about the damage output. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be able to know whether or not...
Yeah. Well, you can kind of guesstimate if it looks about half, but it's still green.
Yeah.
Thus,
it's just the problem...
Less than half.
The problem that makes this worse is that, like, as I fight things... I'm going to be leveling up, which means my stats are going to be getting stronger, which means it's going to be even harder to... Whoa, here's level 7.
Hey.
Well, I already have one. I'm actually just gonna... That was...
Adios.
Because once again, I don't want... Like, sure, I could kill it and get a lot of XP, but I don't want XP. I want a high level. See, there we go. And Ember did less damage, so I'm gonna do Ember again. So do less than half. Just do slightly less than half. Excellent! There we go. I'm gonna do one more Ember.
Ooh, you know, that actually might be a strategy if you want to catch Pokemon, is you could mash Odor Sleuth and let them growl your attack down.
Oh, if that's like one of the moves they only know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little
so
for you. I am an intelligence-based build in real life. But my build sucks.
So do any of these Lobies, these Ratas, these Pidgeys actually like become viable as they evolve?
Pokemon is viable. Yeah,
well, like,
what's kind of cool? No. Like, I know that's a very general statement, but like this game is pretty cool in that all the Pokemon introduced here are like genuinely viable in this game. Just like not throughout the whole game, but like when it evolves, like yeah, you have for like the early mid game, you have like a pretty strong Pokemon. So like all of them are super worth it. I mean, Patrat, that line is actually pretty good for like decent damage output for like the mid game, but it's really good as like a debuffer because it gets like hypnosis and like attacks like that. So it's good for like support.
HMs are still Pokemon moves in this gen, right?
What's that?
HM moves. Yeah. Are there any like good HM slaves?
Yeah. Patrat.
Okay.
It doesn't get Surf, but like that's the only one.
Yeah, I know. Like the ultimate was like Bidoof in Gen 4, because like it
gets them all.
It gets them all. It's everything but
Water
fly.
And normal. Yeah. Give it wings, and it would be.
Oh my god! Ascended. Like now, this is cursed, but in Gen 3, Pokemon
Yeah.
Fire Red, Leaf Green, because you always there's always an incentive to consolidate the uh the HM slaves into like as few as possible.
Yeah.
And oh, there we go. Okay, he's level 4. Can I like actually attack him without dying, without killing him? So well, here let's yeah, Odor Sleuth. Well, that's
You're looking for Growl.
is he just gonna kind of like
No, you just go for. Oh, Lord. Yeah, use You could
Okay,
probably use
well, I'll do
Ember and
this.
throw a Pokeball and you'll catch him. I assure you. You don't need to. Like,
Okay.
For these early game Pokemon, like their catch rate is so low that, like, honestly, I should have said this earlier. You could just throw a Pokeball and you'll probably catch it.
Just watch him escape.
That would be really funny. I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
we'll get like a critical capture too.
Critical capture.
Yeah, there's like a random chance when you throw a Pokeball where it's gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna ignore like all the modifiers. You just get it now.
Huh? I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, like you could tell. Like,
Oh.
the animation plays.
Oh,
slightly different.
great.
Oh boy.
I didn't.
Well.
Yeah, let's see how this
Good luck.
goes. I mean, worst case, I have other Pokemon.
Technically. Oh boy. Wow. This is good.
Mm.
For the love of God, you have to click. What do you got? Healing?
I mean, when else am I going to use this thing?
Yeah.
When else is this piddly little potion going to be relevant?
See, if you are a true gamer god, what you could have done is switched out the Pokemon, let it die, and then let another Pokemon die so you could heal Ganon and not have to worry about taking any damage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, God, it doesn't matter.
If he just uses Leer all the time.
Yeah, if you get a crit and the AI shits its pants. Yeah, I guess. Imagine wasting a potion on the first guy. Oh, goodness.
No, so in Fire Red Leaf Green, in order to like consolidate my Pokemon, my HM slaves, I put on a Pikachu Strength, Rock Smash, Dig, and Flash, because all 4 of those moves can go on a Pikachu. And that also gave the added bonus, because like all those moves are like in caves, right? Like you don't really need those unless you go into a cave.
That's a cave Pokemon.
Like there's a few like odd situations where you want one of those in the overworld. But as a result, you have like this like one slot. The problem is that all that leaves is Fly, Surf, and Cut. Now those are overworld moves. Like you will be using those a lot when you run around. And so I was like, man, what can I put Fly, Surf, and Cut onto? And there's only one Pokemon in like that Kanto region. There's only one Pokemon that can do that, Fly, Surf, and Cut. And it's a Dragonite. And so, back in the day, I think there have been several times I've done a playthrough of Fire Red Leaf Green where I have leveled a Dratini all the way up to a Dragonite, and then made it an HM slave.
God, what is wrong with you?
But it's perfect.
Imagine putting in the work for Dragonite. That's not even like an easy thing to do. Like, you really have to work for that.
Oh yeah.
Who works for an HM slave?
But
Those
what?
aren't even like bad moves. Fly and Surf are like good.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't do that nowadays. Nowadays, I would just ensure that in my team I have like, I mean, a water type. Of course, you're gonna have a water type on your team, and a flying type. Okay, sure, there are completely valid flying types you could put on your team. So if there's Fly and Surf, and then just the rest of them you can figure out. But no, back in the day, that was my genius plan. My genius
I
plan.
know. To
Oh!
save myself a little bit of time, I'll do a lot of work now.
Question. When do I get EXP share in this game? Where is it? I would like to just know and rush that and have it early.
Great question. Let me find out. I think it's actually not too early. Like, late early game / very early mid game. Let me find out, bro. Castelia City. Oof.
How many gyms?
Ooh. 2 gyms you gotta burn through.
Okay, that's fine. I don't think it's a huge deal by then.
Yeah.
I just personally like find the EXP share to be like kind of critical when trying to actually raise a team instead of because it's like right now, right this moment. Sure, granted, Tepig kind of is my only like good Pokemon. The only Pokemon that I intend to like raise and train and make on my main team. However, even if I wanted to use one of the others, I would run into the issue where like the more I use Tepig, the harder it is to switch out of him. And
have you heard? I mean, you could just, use a cheat and get yourself rare candies.
Sure, I could.
No, like, and I don't even like mean that as like well, you could do like no, I mean that as like a legitimate like no, grinding sucks. It's not really fun. The game doesn't like properly make it fun. You could do that, and that way you incentivize yourself to use Pokemon you might not like normally use.
Maybe. We'll see if it actually comes to that. If I can just get the EXP share and kind of play through the game. I'd like to try. I'd like to like an effort to play through the game normally first.
Coward.
Now, in my
candy pill.
my Soul Silver game that I have like the actual physical IRL copy of comes with the Pokewalker. And you can actually farm, like, by using the Pokewalker, by going on runs, you can farm rare candies. And, like, I run long distance. That's my workout of choice. And so I've used that quite a lot. And so I think I have, in my Soul Silver, like, that I have validly earned around, like, I want to say like 200 rare candies. That in addition to the fact that every time you take a single step on the Pokewalker, like you put a Pokemon onto it, and then you walk with that Pokemon, and every single step you take gives your Pokemon is a point of XP. So I have a bunch of Pokemon that I have trained exclusively on the Pokewalker. In addition to, 200 plus rare candies. And I'm at a point in the game right now where I've just beaten the Elite Four once. And because this is Soul Silver, like, that means you've unlocked Kanto, and you're kind of only halfway through the game. But I've just kind of stopped there. And someday in the future, I might go through the effort of, actually like beating the game again, but when I do, it is going to be with like a team of level 100 badasses that I have raised purely on the Pokewalker and the rare candies that I've earned from it, and some of them I may have even EV trained. So like the first time through the Elite Four is no joke. Like, especially in Soul Silver, like that region is really like hard. Just the leveling, the scaling. But the second run of the Elite Four, that's gonna be a sweep.
This is gonna be messed up. Can you imagine just youngster Joey just like, oh my god, please stop. Your cracked out team.
Oh yeah, and then like you go to that final dungeon, you fight Trainer Red.
Yeah.
This is the
You go-
gym, right? Oh no, that's the trainer school.
Yeah, the trainer school is you gotta. You
Okay.
get a berry. Ooh.
I know that this is a place.
Champion, how did you manage to get your Pokemon so strong? Was it through love and through bonds? No,
Nah.
bro, just hit the fucking gym.
Honestly, I love that. I genuinely love that as like a mechanic.
Oh, yeah.
That would be super awesome if like they did that again with like here's a Pokemon game and here's a workout companion app for this
Well,
Pokemon game.
Yeah. I mean, they theoretically kind of have that with Pokemon Go, you know?
Sure, to some extent. Man, did you play Go much?
No.
No? Okay.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Okay. I feel like it was just horrifying like waste. Because it had so much potential. It was crazy popular when it first came out. Problem is that even immediately after its release, instead of like trying to improve the game, coming out with interesting content, implementing features that the fans wanted, no. They spent like half a year where all they did was cut features because people were finding
really?
exploits. Yeah. Like a tiny, small, itty bitty bit of the subset of users were finding an exploit. No, we gotta just completely uproot that entire feature as a result. They just kept doing that
Cringe.
over and over again,
Lame.
and the eventually like the popularity just kind of fell flat on its face. Like I think it's one of those things that like it could still potentially have been really popular even now, years later, but they had the most awesome start and they just completely flubbed it.
Squandered it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I completely believe that. It's Pokemon. I feel like Pokemon, well, like, I guess they maybe just weren't expecting, like, Pokemon to be as huge, as, or, like, Pokemon Go, specifically, as huge as it was. But at the same time, I kind of have troubles believing that, because it feels like the marketing, they knew this would be a big thing, you know?
I mean, I imagine they kind of like hope for that potential. They cater to that potential.
Yeah, I get, like, I guess Pokemon Go really made, because, like, obviously Pokemon was already, everyone kind of knew, but, like, it made Pokemon mainstream on, like, a global level, to where, like, yeah, grandma knows what a Pokemon is,
Yeah, right?
you know? Like, it's not just like my mom knows it because I asked her once when I was 10 years old to buy me Pokemon. She knows it because, like, yeah, it's Pokemon, dummy. Everyone knows.
Everyone knows
Like,
Pokemon.
it became Disney, like, levels of, like, mass appeal.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they squabbed it. They, Pokemon is such a fascinating story of, like, I still can't believe this got this popular, guys. I used to just catch bugs, you know? This is about bug catching. You guys are stressing me out. And you could feel that sometimes. So.
Yeah, and honestly, I think to some extent, like, I think it would be cool and it would be good if they kind of made an effort to return to that. Like, I'm personally not a huge fan of the idea of legendaries, especially when it's like, oh yeah, this legendary is actually God. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, whoa, like, you're kind of, like, going crazy. What happened to, like, the casual, fun, backyard child adventure?
Yeah.
There is definitely something to be said for, like, having a product that grows with its fan base. Oh boy, who's this? What is this guy gonna do? Oh, he's just not gonna let me through without gym badges. Okay, yep. Yeah, there's totally something to be said for having like a product that grows with your fan base as it like as your fan base matures, so does the product. But like you can still have something that's whimsical and dare I say childish that caters to and appeals to adults. And for the most part, Pokemon definitely hasn't like gone to freaking Harry Potter levels of like, oh man, my audience is all angsty teens now. Now I need to be angsty.
Yeah. That would be the nightmare.
Yeah, you don't need to go that as far as freaking Harry Potter did. But wait, what would you? Sure. But you know, you could still have something that's just whimsical and fun and carefree. See Nintendo.
Yeah, like,
you know.
Yeah, literally, that's like their whole spiel is fun for like everyone at any like demographic, you know.
I think I'm good.
How have your cheeks been clapped this time? Yeah, I mean, I think I could agree with that. This game is kind of like an interesting step, because like this was kind of Pokemon's foray into maybe not doing that. Like this game specifically, where it's supposed to be more mature.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, like, you could see it, like, in, like, even your player character is, like, not supposed to be, like, 10 years old. I think they're supposed to be, like, older. Like, I think they're, like, canonically, like, 15, 16.
Uh-huh. I mean, I feel like that's the same age as... Like, I know Trainer Red, like, way back in the day. Like, the original Pokemon was, like... He was like a kid. But like the Trainer Red and Trainer Green from the Fire Red Leaf Green remakes, he also looks the same age as the protagonist I'm playing right now.
Yeah, he's a weird like example of like he's kind of like ageless. Like Red is either 10 or like 20.
He could fit anywhere in that range. Yeah.
He is like a beautiful character design, and that like anyone could be Red.
Honestly, I actually really like that idea. Is you totally can design protagonists that just have a look to them that like that could be a child or it could be like a 25-year-old. Like just you know, especially with like a kind of more cartoony, like animated, hand-drawn art style like this.
No, you're right. That's a good point. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet kind of has the opposite problem, where like no matter what I do, my character looks like they're 12. Like it's so painful. I'm like,
oh yeah, yeah.
I'm specifically trying to get like a special helmet in the game just so I don't see their head. So I can just be like, I'm an adult. I'm a grown man, damn it.
Wait, what is this? It's a button?
Yeah. Oh man.
What beats? It's what beats fire. I didn't even see the curtain. See, honestly, this is like cool and clever.
I'm worried for you, man.
Oh no.
This puzzle was not meant to be that. The fact that you had to think.
Well, I just didn't even see, like, I knew I'm supposed to, like, compare it against something, but I didn't see, like, what I'm comparing it against. And then I saw the curtain. It's like, oh! We'll see if I can even take out this guy with... Ooh,
Ooh. Wait, okay. So I have a whole document listing idea changes for this game.
Oh, for this
You like-
game.
Yes, this game specifically.
Oh, okay. Hit me.
My theoretical Pokemon Gray. For this gym, I think a more engaging and fun thing than just like a stupid curtain would be, because what this is supposed to be is this gym is supposed to be a restaurant, right? So what if there could be various puzzles where the gym leaders come up to you and say, hey, we're short on staff. If you help us like serve these people, we'll let you get to the gym fight early. So what you do is you go to the people and you find out like, oh, my tea is too hot, or my meal is too hot. I need something that could cool this down. And then the gym leaders come up and say, hey, which one of these 3 type of Pokemon do you think would be helpful for like solving this meal problem? It's like, oh, the meal is too hot. Let's use the water type to cool it down. Or like, oh, my meal is too wet and spongy. I need to like remove some of the dampness from this. Like, you see what I'm getting at? Like, wouldn't that be a way more thematically like appropriate for this gym? And like also like, like it still gets the idea of like this type beats this type kind of thing. My also final change was
I'm just imagining like, battle. Oh no, my meal is too hot. Here, use this Pokemon water type. Squirtle uses water gun.
It's spicy, but how does it fix anything? I needed milk. Yeah, no, that's true, but you get the idea. Like, oh, my sautéed vegetables are undercooked. What Pokemon will cook these veggies?
Charizard uses Blast Burn!
Oh god!
The veggies are now cooked.
Like, just holding up the plate as like, come on Charizard, cook it, and like just flamethrower, and like, after the flamethrower, like scarred flesh, just still holding the plate. Thanks, Charizard.
Wow, you did it. You chose the right Pokemon.
Like the jaw of the skull drops to the floor. That would be good, yeah. The last thing I'd also add to this gym is like, this game introduced something kind of cool where it introduced triple battles.
Were those not a thing?
No, not before this game. And they're only really a thing in this game, actually. So I'd make this battle a triple battle, so that way you get all of them. But like the big trick would be, and they tell you, is, oh yeah, the Pokemon like that you are weakest to, like your starter, is gonna be on the far left, and the one you're strongest to is gonna be on the far right. So it's like, oh, let me set up my team composition for triple battles, because that's important.
That actually would be interesting. Like, instead of them having you face down the one Pokemon that you're weak against, you have to fight a triple battle with all 3.
Yeah. Because, like, I get what they're trying to go for with, like, this type thing, but it's really not engaging because this early in the game, like, there's nothing you could do to plan around it. You still have to brute force it. So the point is rendered kind of mute. So I think having it as a triple battle where it's like, no, fight all of them, but they're gonna be on certain sides, so with your knowledge of what type is super effective against what, properly, like, set your team in order so you don't get ganked. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Little ideas from my little noodle. Did you get your monkey yet?
Do I get one? Where?
Yeah, you can get a monkey.
Where?
You didn't know that? So next to this gym to the right is like a new little area. You'll have to fight like 2 little trainers, but they're not hard.
Well,
and like someone will give you a monkey. Monkey.
Because I did, because I fought that trainer, and I fought that trainer.
Yeah, talk to that lady. Monkey. Monk.
Is it possible to catch the other types?
Yeah. This is just like the earliest
Okay.
way you could get a monkey. For the record, I will not be referring to them by their name.
The monkey.
Monkey. Ooh.
And he's 10. So yeah, if they...
yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna let you do this.
We'll see what they actually open with.
I know what they open with.
Well, he's green. He's got green hair. The green-haired guy's inevitably going to have a green-type Pokemon, right?
Right, so he'll have dragon types, because dragons are lizards and lizards are green.
I mean, honestly, having things swapped up like that wouldn't be bad. Like a Pokemon game where the first type you fight is the Dragon Gym. Oh, now he's got blue hair. He's got blue type Pokemon.
Blue type. Oh no, it's the Blue Man crew. I don't, like, I hear you with, like, dragon, but, like, I guess that actually would be kind of brilliant, like, dragon specifically, because that's resistant to the 3 starter types. But, man, like,
Or,
early
here's
dragon type.
Here's this.
Yeah.
You want to be like really awesome? Do a Pokemon that is like your 3 starters are not fire, water, grass.
Oh, they'll never do that. No, that's the thing.
Ew. What is wrong with
Oh,
your?
you're in trouble.
Let's see here.
Did you know? This first gym can be a killer.
Well, since the Pokemon he put out clearly isn't green type.
This Pokemon's beige type. Let's hope for an Ember.
Oh!
Burn.
Well-
Wow.
If I can get one more move off, we'll be good. I definitely don't want to be... Your puppy's a little hypercharged now. I don't think I want to take a hit from it. Or just do that.
Ooh.
Fine. Jerk.
You might be able to. Ooh.
Yep. Bite.
There
Let's
it
see.
comes.
Yeah.
Better than expected.
Okay. Now... How many does he have? Penfor.
He
Yes.
has
Switch
2.
Pokemon. It's 14. Great. We'll see if this is actually, like, is effective. It's not! I mean, it's all I got, really.
Yeah.
So let's see. I mean, I did more, and I'm ahead.
Yeah.
And he's used his potion, so...
Oh, jeez. Why does Panpour look so weird? Like, the thing on its head is so goofy. It looks like a Teletubby. Oh my god.
The
these
big
Pokemon are
ears, the thing on its
Teletubbies.
head.
Yeah. Fucking dinky looking dum-dum. Good job.
Whee!
You did it. Huzzah! You are the ultimate gamer.
And then work up. Okay. That's probably not a bad move.
No, for this early game, it's pretty. No, actually, not really. It's not great.
Who is this? Fennel. Uh-huh. Okay, cut. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What the heck is this? What
You
is
like
this?
weird mechanics that are introduced once a game? Yeah. So this is the Dream World's introduction.
Okay.
Dream World was a weird thing they added to the game where essentially you would log on to a website on your computer and it would basically be a point and click adventure where you can
Huh.
catch Pokemon with different abilities than they would normally have.
Interesting.
Yes. I suppose in some sense it is. The problem is that you could only access it for I think like 2 hours every day.
What? Ugh.
Yeah, and then it cuts you off.
I-
Brilliant, isn't it?
That's...
Positively gaming.
I am not a fan of,
Oh, you gotta go to the Dream Yard where you got the monkey.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. I looked away for a second. I assumed you were going the wrong way.
I've played several games that have stuff like that, like, you can only play for a limited amount of time each day. It's just like, why? What is going on? Why are you doing this? You're undercutting your own game.
I imagine it was an idea by someone who thought, oh, this will enhance XY theme of the game without realizing that, like, but it just undercuts the overall experience. Like, you're sacrificing the entire game to emphasize one idea. Is my theory. Because I could picture myself implementing something like this in a game and just being like, well, it's supposed to represent this. It's like, well, good job. The game as a whole sucks more because of it, but I guess this one theme works. Like, I'm the kind of guy that would probably design a game where it's like, yeah, if you decide to jump off this cliff here, yeah, that card is an ending for the game and you can't access your save data. Because, I don't know, metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
I should not be in... This is why I need to, like, long-term think about things. So I'm like, oh, that's a cool idea. And then, like, I think about it for, like, 5 minutes. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a second.
Give that one some thought.
That one needs a little more time in the crock pot to cook. God, this theme is so good. I love this theme.
Oh, this is the Team Plasma theme?
Yeah. Like, you probably won't get to hear it because, like, this fight will be so short, but, like, there's a part where it just breaks out into, not a harpsichord, but, like, it's... Oh, no.
What? What just happened?
Do you know the move Bide? Is that a new move for you? Basically, it's like counter, but like you don't attack for 2 turns, but like you deal double damage of whatever damage you took.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, you could beat it with your monkey. You'll be fine. I believe in you. God, Pokemon music is such a bop. That is like the only thing that is improved in Pokemon games is the music.
That is the only thing that is good in Sonic games.
Yeah. Oh God, we are. Oh my God, Pokemon hit Sonic.
It's becoming Sonic.
One of us.
People-
One of us.
People are saying that the recent Sonic game is actually kind of better than the recent Pokemon game.
Bro, I don't like that.
There's 2 of them.
Gasp. I hate this cutscene so much. Like, so on the nose.
Oh.
This isn't him when he's trying to trick people. Just like, great, cool. No, cool, dope, man.
Woo woo.
Yeah, that thing makes weird noises. That's another change I would make to this game, is I think I would make Getsis, like, not scary looking. I'd probably make him look like a kindly old man.
Hey, that was mine. They left it on the ground for me.
No, it's first now.
Okay, I need to go
Too slow.
resurrect my fallen bacon.
Yeah, and then... What version are you... Oh, you're playing white.
Yeah.
That's actually the version I have.
I just like the legendary more. Not to mention,
Yeah,
like,
that's
going
fine.
down the list of, like, Pokemon, I could have the kind of underwhelming Honchkrow or the totally freaking awesome Misdreavus. I could have the kind of weird Gothorita
Yeah.
thing, or like the kind of cool, like,
Duosion, Solosis,
yeah, the psychic.
Fetus.
And there were several things that had me like leaning in that direction. Like a lot of times the different versions are kind of like, I'm on the fence. Like, do I want that versus this? I don't know. But this one was actually kind of like, no, that's another point for white. Another point for white. Another point for white. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with Pokemon White.
That's actually a pretty universal, like, agreed upon thing.
Oh, really?
That, like, yeah, like this game objectively is kind of like has significantly better version exclusives. Because like Gothitelle is like universally disliked, and like the counterpart Reunculus is like very, very, very strong.
Oh, really?
Like
I just thought it
like
looked cooler.
well, I mean, when compared to like weird goth thing.
When you compare it to a weird goth thing.
You know, Gardevoir, like weird cousin.
The edgy cousin of Gardevoir.
Yeah.
Wait, does she want me to talk with her? Or something else going on down there?
Did you go back to the... Yeah, you gotta go back to the warehouse. But you could get one of the little...
Munna.
Yeah, it's a Drowsy knockoff. Both are tapirs. Both are psychic and involve sleep. A little on the nose.
Honestly, I kind of like Munna better.
Oh, yeah, everyone likes
Weird humanoid Pokemon is another thing that's like Mr. Mime. Like,
Mr. Mime. I know I'm in the weird minority when I say I like Mr. Mime, but I like Mr. Mime. Like, he has grown on me so much. Like, he's so charming, because he's so weird and creepy.
I'm kind of like that with Jinx, because Jinx is actually Jinx is kind of a powerhouse in
oh yeah.
Fire Red Leaf Green. She's psychic, so she's got the similar capabilities of like the Abracadabra Alakazam, and like I'm sure you know, like that's like with the number of poison types and like how awesome psychic. So she is that, but she's also ice, which means that she's
which is also strong against ground, which is another popular, and flying
and dragon
and grass.
So yeah, so Jinx is kind of like my main, my homestay. She kind of is my Kanto waifu, yeah.
Jeez, man.
Okay, what are you? Yeah, why don't you go to Fennel's house? Okay. Munna.
Little Luna.
Eh. Yeah, so like the weird kind of humanoid types and like object, like not animal. Like I like the idea of just like animals. It's like critters and things that you find in your backyard. Those kinds of Pokemon.
Designs.
Now, I think what would be cool. See, this right here, this is my super secret, like, what do you call it? Like, rival to Pokemon games. Is if you had a game that was like Pokemon where you catch monsters and, you know, that whole thing, except it is all animated objects. They're all just like knickknacks and doodads and trinkets and things,
funny,
you know,
wait.
kids toys and like, like,
Toy Story.
No. Yes.
No, if you don't like object Pokemon, you are playing the wrong game, sir. I will warn you.
Oh, there's a lot of them in this one.
Well, not like a lot. No, there is. And they're also like some of the most like widely disliked object Pokemon, like the trash one.
Garbodor.
I like Garbodor. I think he's a swell dude. But I liked him when I first saw him.
Lumpy boy.
Lumps. I wish he was like part dark type or like even part steel type to make him like. I feel like they really need to like do that for Pokemon that they know are like literally, well, in this case, a literal trash design. It's like we need to like incentivize you to like this thing. We can't just make it garbage.
Is this the one with the ghost chandelier?
It is.
Okay, that is actually an example of like an object Pokemon that I like. I like that because it's
a lot of people agree with that one.
Because
a lot of people like that one.
That's almost like an exception. Like a Rotom, the idea of Rotom is actually kind of cool. Like it's the reason why it's an object is because it's a ghost type.
Yeah, ghost types are uniquely equipped for object Pokemon. Because like you don't really question it as much.
Oh wow. Kindergarten teacher's gonna whoop my ass.
Quite frankly, yes.
Nursery Aid Autumn. I need to actually check. What do you have? Psywave? Like, this actually ain't bad.
Yeah, and it also gets Yawn, which is really handy.
Does it?
Especially like for capture.
Yeah, it has Yawn. What is Lucky Chant?
Prevents crits.
Oh, interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. Maybe I will swap out after this one, but I'm not going to swap in mid-battle. I am Pig. Pig is me. I've
Pig.
been identified. Flame oh, now we're talking. Flame charge.
Oh, that's
so
that's actually a move you might keep on it for the rest of the game.
Power, it's physical. It raises speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is very good for a Pokemon like this that is slow.
Probably. I'm just gonna overwrite Ember.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I'm sure this is gonna deal like way. Oh, it is mana. What do I have? I don't think I want to use Pansage. I don't think I am a fan. Let's try this. Some hot mana on mana action. And it's level 10. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, so that worked. And now I do the Psywave. Is this resistant? Is Psychic resistant to itself?
It is, in fact.
It is. Okay.
Most types are. Yeah. With like a rare few, except not even a rare, but like generally they are, except for like Bug and like the occasional Ghost and Dragon that beat themselves.
We'll
which is a fascinating design choice.
We'll do split XP this time. I feel like there should be some types that are not resistant to themselves, like rock versus rock. That should do normal damage.
It does.
Steel
rock
on
doesn't
steel.
Resist rock. No, I think steel does resist steel, which actually doesn't make sense. Now that I think about it, it should be neutral.
Okay.
You know what's a real interesting type to me? Like the most interesting is like Ghost.
Ghost is
like,
a really fun type.
Yeah, well, it was initially balanced around the idea of like being immune to normal type moves. Which like now, who cares? Right?
Yeah.
But, like back in like Gen 1, that was huge. Everything was normal type. Scyther didn't get anything but normal type moves. You know?
Yeah.
So having something that could just shut down like probably 50% of your options just by existing is crazy.
See, I remember this was another example of what I talked about before with like the effectiveness of a mechanic in a game is only as relevant as the presence of that element. So like,
oh yeah,
it's like if you add a new Pokemon type. Okay, yeah, these are all trainers. I'm just beat up some children. Oh God, it really is just like it's just like a kid. Oh no. Oh, and I shouldn't have.
Stomp them. Yes, use your strongest Pokemon against the child. Make sure they learn young. Gotta put them in their place. I don't know who the champ is. Show them the world champ difference. You're talking about mechanics though? About like relevancy of mechanics is dependent on like I guess the thing it interacts with.
Yeah.
Is what you were gonna get at.
Oh, he keeps avoiding?
Oh, did it use?
I think
I
he
don't remember using.
avoided like 3 times in a row.
Sideways?
Oh god, that's not. I'm just here.
Oh yeah. Psywave does a random amount of damage. It's actually a terrible move.
Oh really? Oh.
Yeah, the damage it deals is like on a scale from like I think 20 to 100.
Oh, and these things even know lick. Yeah, that was just not a.
Yeah. Opportune.
Lick the monkey.
Monkey weak. Not a fortuitous moment to bring in Muna. Not a good display of power yet.
And back we go. Just because it took so much damage.
Oh, wait.
Hmm?
Don't go all the way back.
Hmm?
You can go inside that preschool. So go up and to the left.
There's
Go in
a.
there, and yeah, talk to this woman. Yeah, there you go.
Do.
Save a
Okay,
little bit of
nice.
time.
Now time to beat up more of the children.
Yeah. Beat up kindergartners. That's their trainer class.
Switch. Yeah. I mean, the other thing I'm thinking is like, then again, a part of me is not entirely certain if I want, like, given a choice between Mana and the cell, that psychic cell Pokemon, I think I would take the other one.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not sure if I actually want to be training Mana. See, avoided. Like, what is the Pokemon U summary? Oh no. What? U check moves. Psywave. Accuracy 80. There we go.
Wow.
Wow. It varies.
What a trash move.
Varies in intensity. Yeah, you're just actually kind of not great right now.
Shit. Well, you could use Yawn, so you could put it this thing
Yeah.
to make it easier to deal with for the next Pokemon you switch in.
Oh, nice. Roast Mana.
Mana is so dopey looking because like it has these little nubby legs and this big body. I kind of like it now that I'm looking at this little goober.
Bacon. Roast bacon.
Well, it's already been roasted. Now it's just seared.
And there we go. And I imagine that the next child I fight is gonna have the grass monkey. Hyper beam.
That funky monkey.
Tully. Yeah, there it is. And I'm just gonna go, Swapping Pokemon is an acceptable replacement for an EXP share, but it definitely would be nice to get one of those.
Yeah. If you're really committed to like getting the EXP share more quickly, you might want to consider turning off battle animations.
But that's the cool part. Wee.
True.
Wait. Aw. I was hoping
And
that it would
battle
slide.
animations go so much faster in this game.
Yeah, I imagine you were gonna.
Oh yeah.
What do you got? Show me what you got.
Show us what you've got.
Okay. Well, they have bite, so rip mana.
A modern tragedy.
The pig goes first. Oh no, well, I guess, okay. I guess a part of my brain is still, like, wired to, the split. The special normal split.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no. Hang
Ah,
on,
that
may as
was
well
the
use-
best change ever in Pokemon.
It was kind of needed.
Groudon isn't garbage anymore. What a novel concept. Yeah, agreed. Why
Just
is
'cause-
Fire Punch physical, you know? Or the special, rather.
May as well. For what good it does. Finish him off, Mana. You can do it. I believe. I have faith. Oh, it doesn't affect. It doesn't.
Oh,
Is it
yeah.
dark? Oh, they're dark type. Here, you just do that. Good job.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Yeah, I thought they were normal type.
Mana technically participated, kind of. Understandable. They're pretty bland looking.
Yeah, I think I am, like, Pokemon not going to care all that much about. Alright, here's more grass. Give me something good. Oh, okay. Stop! We gotta see which one of us is stronger. Alright, Sharon.
Fuck them up. Go Sharon, go. Go Sharon, go. Show this idiot what it means to be part of the
14.
Oshawott Master Class. The
15,
elites
okay.
of society.
Well, he already has. I know he has water types. No, we'll just. Water me.
So,
Oh, awesome. Fine whip.
God, Oshawott is so cute looking, dude. Look at him. Dude!
He's cute
Look at
now,
his little clown face.
but he'll grow up one day and get like a silly beard.
Be the most C tier.
That was- Oh, crit.
Have you seen the Hisuian version of Samurott? Oh,
No.
nice.
Hisuian?
Oh,
What does that mean?
yeah. Let me. So they did. You know Legends Arceus?
I know it's a game. I don't know about it.
Basically, they did like. It's supposed to take place in the past of like Sinnoh, and so your starter Pokemon are Oshawott, Cyndaquil, and Rowlet, like the owl from like the game in Hawaii. So each Pokemon gets like a new final evolution. And like a bunch of other Pokemon get like new evolutions. Like Ursaring gets an evolution and it's like just a terrifying bear. Just a real ass bear.
It's just a bear.
It's very funny. Here, I'll show you It is just a bear and all the terror associated with a real ass bear. Like if I ever catch one, I will name it just a bear and watch it maul my enemies to death.
Loading. It's loading. Huh.
So there, I sent you a picture of both of them so you could compare the two.
Oh, there they go. Oh, that's okay. That's Samurott.
I think like the new version looks way better.
Oh, you like the new one?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like the beard looks more like waves, more intricate like design, and like the posture is just better too. Like the chest is lifted up a little bit more.
Okay.
And I think it's a little more obvious that the thing that's on its head is supposed to be a shell, given like the little, just the angles.
Yeah.
You know, the lifted head
So-
portrays that a little better.
I'm not a huge fan of a lot of like the weird special mechanics they're adding in a lot of the new Pokemon, like Gigantomaxing and Mega Evolutions. However, the thing I really did like that I'm kind of disappointed they didn't keep doing is regional variants. I think that is an awesome
they're
way.
Still doing that.
They are?
What?
They are?
Yeah, there's like a bunch of that's like their thing now. Yeah.
Oh. I
They're
haven't.
still doing that.
I guess
Yeah,
I haven't.
This is a regional variant.
Yeah, and that's why I commented. I was just like, oh yeah, no, that's a cool thing that.
Oh.
I didn't know they were still doing. I just hadn't heard anything about them doing it anymore.
Yeah, no, they're still like super committed, and it's like the best thing they've come up with like ever. It's brilliant. Like some of them look like really great. Like I'm a very big fan of the new Tentacle regional form.
Oh,
It is so funny. It's supposed to be like a mushroom.
a mushroom tentacool?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Does it walk
It
on
walks.
land?
It does. And the most comedic, it walks in the goofiest way possible. Like, it runs like a limp noodle.
I don't know how I feel about that. That's but what does the Tentacruel look like? Is it just
The
more
tentacle
legs?
looks-
The
Yes.
same, just more legs.
Pretty much. I think it actually looks pretty neat. I like what's going on with its mouth. That looks kind of like a gas mask.
Looks like a creature I would Oh! Blitzel!
Hey, new electric type. Let's
That
go,
could
baby.
potentially be cool.
That could be a fun new friend to add to your team.
Okay, it's really kicking my butt, but do I want to do one
That's
more?
how you know it's strong.
Let's swap. Let's swap and see if we can get it a little lower.
Ooh, you know what might be actually really good for you?
Hmm?
Is to go to that Muna and use Yawn on it so it goes to sleep.
Oh, well, it's okay, crit.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, no, and it has an electric attack, so
Yeah. Blitz.
I
Yeah,
could
it's a
def-
swell little guy. Blitzel's a Pokemon that I did not like as a kid for whatever reason, but like
Oh.
now I really appreciate it.
How many evolution stages does it have?
It gets one evolution.
Okay.
So it's a 2-stage. I think this game actually, if you really like electric types, rejoice, because this game introduced the most electric types of any game, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It has 3 lines of like normal Pokemon, and then I want to say 2 legendary Pokemon. Which in hindsight does not sound like a lot, but like electric type Pokemon are generally pretty rare.
Yeah, there's only
No,
usually a
actually, 4
handful of
lines.
them.
Mm-hmm. Very sparing with the electric type.
Oh.
Which I guess is fair because there's not really a lot of like real life creatures that employ electricity. You know?
It's only level 8. Let's just see what a tackle does.
Oh, this Pokemon. Okay, here's the thing. This Pokemon right now, that for this level, it's okay. But here's the big and most important thing. You get a ton of XP for killing this.
Really?
Yes, like a lot. This Pokemon was explicitly made to
No!
be grinded.
Oh, well.
Don't worry, dude. You don't need to catch it. It's really not that.
Okay.
But like
This-
proportional to everything else. So what's cool about this Pokemon is you can only catch it in shaking grass.
Shaking
Basically,
grass.
Yeah, like as you're running along.
Oh, so I
the
must have
grass might...
started to shake.
Yeah, you.
So I must
Yeah,
have
yeah,
had that happen to me.
yeah. So like the big trick is to actually like walk along the edge of the grass and run back and forth until you see a patch of it shaking, and then run into that shaking patch. For like
Okay.
the quickest, most efficient way to
So-
grind your Pokemon.
Do you have to be right next to?
It just has to be on screen, the grass. There you go.
And it's always Arduino when that happens.
It is like, in some places it's always Audino. Later in the game, it's like 90% Audino, and you have a chance of fighting like a rare Pokemon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to catch one first, though.
Oh, you're
And
gonna
just-
try
just-
to catch them all?
And just judging based on its look, I imagine it's kind of like the Chansey equivalent of this game. It doesn't have an evolution.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That is actually literally what it is. This game kind of has a problem of, it's like this Gen 1 Pokemon, but different. This is Chansey,
I mean,
but
so-
different.
Honestly, so that isn't a huge problem, because if you do that, you are considering, well, okay, what was the function of this Pokemon? Okay, let's
Mhm.
replicate a Pokemon that has this function. And now all of a sudden, instead of having just like, let's just randomly add a Pokemon, and now you have Pokemon that have no purpose. You have
Mhm.
Pokemon, sure, it's a mimicked purpose, but it does have a purpose.
That's, I think, a very charitable and like good way to look at it. I like that. I think that's
Um,
a good analysis of that.
Now, that's not to say that it isn't also a good idea to think back to, like, okay, we want to add a new Pokemon to this game, and we want it to have this new purpose. What if we, like, try to come up with a Pokemon that has this unique purpose? It does a specific thing for us, you know, in the game. That is also very good and should be done, but
But better to have a purpose, even if it's not a new one. No, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thing you bring up because this Pokemon game in particular has like the most
Actually.
power creep of any Pokemon.
Power
And
creep?
I think yeah, where like the new Pokemon are
Better.
obscenely
Okay.
Dude, they're obscene. There are like Pokemon in this game that were like fucking min-maxed by like a middle schooler trying to create the most powerful Pokemon. And they're just, and they're not even like special. They're just out and about. They're just like, hey, I'm fucking stupid.
Hmm.
And I
See-
think that came as a result of like them like, well, it's like Machamp, but crack.
See, now I'm starting to think like, okay, I kind of should be doing something more than just using Tepig.
Yeah, give Blitzel a shot probably. That one seems pretty strong. It was messing up your team pretty good. Maybe that's a good guy.
Actually, yeah. May as well do that. But boop 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 boo doo. Okay. Who do we want? We're probably gonna get rid of you. We're probably gonna get rid of you. I should probably hold on to you just for the benefits you provide, stat-wise. And I kind of also think so with you. I'm probably not going to use you, but who knows, I might run into something that's weak to Psychic. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. This guy knows Gust. I don't know how good of a Pokemon it turns into, though. How many does it have 3 stages, the Pigeon?
It does. A 3-stage Pigeon.
And it's, is it pretty good?
It is okay.
It's okay. Okay.
It is very C tier.
Because I know that, like, Pidgey is meh, but, like, what is it? Talo from the Hoenn region. Actually,
yeah.
pretty good.
It is closer to Pidgey than it is Talo.
Okay. Good to know. So let's swap just you for now. And then we're gonna run to like some grass types, you know, because that's how this works.
Oh, you're convinced you'll run into grass types?
I mean, I'll take this. Shockwave is the paralysis. No.
Thunderwave.
Thunderwave is the Thunderwave is okay. Shockwave is the actual attack. I'm also a fan of the idea of I haven't seen any yet, but like, are there any of the other gen of Pokemon in this region?
Nope.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big pro in my mind.
I holistically agree. Thank you. Yeah.
Because it is kind of like, I think places like Johto had a little bit of a pass because, oh, it's right next to Kanto.
Yeah.
But when you go to like the Hoenn region, why am I running into Kanto Pokemon?
Yeah. Well, it's the idea of like Pokemon are a universal thing, blah blah blah. But like, no, I completely agree. I think that really adds to the game and gives it like a very cool and unique feel. The fact that like you have to like build a team from scratch and like start your journey and like figure out, okay, what's good, what's bad, all over again.
Oh.
I think that's like a huge merit of this game that like not enough people talk about and like sing the praises of.
And I understand that, like, you eventually, slowly, you run into that problem of, like, but we literally, what happens when we literally run out of animals to copy? oh, look, it's another rat Pokemon, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of different types of rats, man.
But,
There's a lot of stuff.
that's also where, like, regional variants come in. I think regional variants are also acceptable. Like there's all new Pokemon here, but the only Pokemon that are not new are variants.
See, what I like, so what they're doing now is they're doing, I don't know how to describe it. They're not regional forms, so that Tentacool and Tentacruel I sent you, that is not a regional form of Tentacool and Tentacruel. That is its own separate Pokemon, technically. I don't know if there's a technical term for this, but like in the game, they're like convergent evolution Pokemon. So it's like, oh, these Pokemon are different Pokemon, but, you know, they just evolved to look the same. Like, which happens in nature all the time.
Is that not how they did, like, the regional variants in the Hawaiian game?
Well, they're more of like Darwin's finches, where it's like, oh, these are all the same creature, but they went to a different part of the world and they evolved differently to better adapt that specific part. Where this is more like, oh, scorpions and crabs, like technically, or better yet, lobsters and scorpions, where it's like different creatures technically, but like very similar in appearance. If that makes sense. So a lobster would be a water type Pokemon and a scorpion would be a bug type Pokemon.
Okay.
Where like these are different things and they're different creatures, different types, everything different, but they like have very similar anatomical structures and fill pretty similar functions. And I think that's pretty cool because I think like there is some like magic in like those early gen designs.
Oh yeah.
They're like, now they're reiterating. Yeah, we've had this discussion. Like,
yeah.
And now they're reiterating all of them. You know, they're like, hey, you know what? I like the body plan that is going on with Tentacruel. I think the tentacles and the head are very cool. What if we just? I think this design can work for a mushroom creature. Let me make Toedscruel, as it's called. So I think they're actually heading in a really good direction in that department. That's like one of the few things going on that I'm like, okay, good.
Oh, really? 17? Okay. I thought it would be 16, or 18.
Yep, a little later. Big E.
He's bipedal now.
Oh God, kill it!
Not a fan. Oh, and
stick.
Is it fighting type now? I think I am. Well, let's see here. What is so 15? 2 to 5. Okay, so 2 to 5 times, so at least 30.
Yeah.
50. Sure.
I mean, I would say get rid of like Odor Sleuth, but that works too.
But what if I want to identify something?
You know what? You got me there, man. Fair enough. If you find a situation where that move is useful, you're right. I will concede. Boop-a-dee-boo. Boop-a-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-doo. Wish these guys use Swoobat as their Pokemon.
Synchronized Pokeball throwing. Yeah.
Yeah. See, it would just be so genius. Storytelling. Fuck.
Smack. It's just an open palm slap. Smack.
Tepig used backhand. Oh god, it's super
Oh, what?
effective.
Okay, it automatically.
Yeah.
Is there a round 3?
After this, nope. They're scared. You've sufficiently
We're a
clapped their
waste of
cheeks.
time.
Yeah.
There's loot in this cave.
Oh,
This
indeed
this
there is,
this
my
is
friend.
this is actually why I swapped. Hey, there it be.
Yay, the little dude.
So here's the question.
He's
Well,
so
okay.
bad.
So arm thrust is weak. So let's see if it can survive.
Oh, it will.
Oh, okay. That's barely anything.
Yeah, well, it's
I-
part psychic type too. So
Oh, it's double weak?
it's double resisted, yeah.
Okay. I
See,
don't
that
know
would've
if
been nice here.
yeah, I don't know if it's gonna survive a flame charge.
You got.
I also
yeah,
well no, you this guy's quick attack.
Yeah. Now there is a Pokemon in here that is the best Pokemon in the game.
The best in this
Yes.
cave.
In this cave.
Okay, we'll see.
And
Oh
you
wow,
can
that
get
doesn't.
it now. Do nothing.
I mean, it's also kind of doing
So-
nothing to me. So
Yeah. So not only is it the best in the game, it was also so good and competitive that it got banned to Ubers.
even though it's
And
like not
there
a
it
legendary.
Yes, and there it was the king of Ubers.
And there it was. Oh shoot, I'm running out of balls.
Oh yeah. Okay, go. Because I want you to catch this thing because it will be the best. You have to catch this thing. You have to experience how fucking cracked this damn thing is.
Okay.
And you really wouldn't guess that it's cracked until like you take every factor of it into
Psychic
account.
flying.
Yeah, pretty neat. Too bad it's fucking dog shit.
Oh really? Is it?
It is offensively bad.
Oh, okay.
I hope I don't.
No!
like,
I want
yeah,
to heal.
Yeah, it's gonna be a cutscene. Sorry.
Oh, it's just okay. It's just a heal
Yeah,
ball?
yeah, you're not gonna fight. Don't worry. Oh, actually, I guess you could go back in, if you wanna, because you got more Pokeballs. But you might want to save. Yeah, just go ahead. No, I was.
Or how many did it? How many
think
do
you
I
got
have?
5 is my guess. I was gonna say you might want to save them, but no. who
3.
cares? 3. Ooh.
Is there a reason to save them? Yeah, I'll just go back and get some more.
Yeah, yeah. The reason why sometimes you save heal balls is if like you don't have a full team and you catch a Pokemon and it immediately goes on your team. A heal ball will heal them up to full.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
I don't
you
think
already
that's
have a full
super
team,
relevant.
so they're mostly an aesthetic thing, really, at this point.
I really wish you could transfer Pokemon between balls.
Oh, I totally agree.
I think that'd be
have-
so
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
Because there's something about like I
I wish they had a fucking Pokeball for each type. Just aesthetically, like a dark ball where like it's I don't know. Like, but no, I agree. Cause like certain Pokemon, like Totodile,
Oh.
for example, I really like the idea of it in a Great Ball because the colors match so perfectly. They do. It has red spikes and a blue body. It's like built for it,
yeah.
you know?
No, you're right.
So, yeah, you were gonna get crack Pokemon. Holy my god, this thing. I'm surprised I wasn't talking more about it earlier. I mean, this thing is stupid.
Oh.
Do you have repels?
I don't.
Ooh.
What? Ragnarola.
So this is not the cracked.
This is not
Wait,
the one.
ooh, no, I just realized something.
see.
Do you have like a code or like something set up to where you can evolve trade evolution Pokemon?
I probably can get that.
Yeah, okay. Because this is a trade evolution.
Okay.
And, like, there's
Immediately? Like as soon as I catch it?
No. Up for its third evolution. It's like Golem and Geodude, you know?
Okay.
But
That's acceptable.
this is another really good one. Like this is like you could take this to the end of the game and have a good
Nope.
time. This is a good guy.
Bag. Balls. Use.
What do you think of its design, by the way, looking at it?
Not particularly interesting, but I'd have to see what it evolves into.
Okay. Personally, I really dig how like abstract and alien it looks. You know?
Once again, I'm a fan of like, oh, that critter is a so and so, and like being able to, like,
Identify, yeah.
like as a kid, like a kid
Yeah.
playing the game. I already caught you.
Yeah, you don't have repels?
Mm-hmm. I don't.
Hmm. I see. You might want to have repels. This is gonna make... You could probably do this without repels. This is gonna take slightly longer.
Well, honestly, what I can do here is Pokemon. No. Pokemon. And so sure, I'm probably gonna be running from the rock types, but if I keep getting a bunch of Woobats, then
Oh yeah, there you go, good thinking. Oh hey, rock type.
all right.
So I'm just gonna give you a
Riri.
bit of advice. Keep your eyes open for dust clouds.
Dust clouds.
Yeah, I'd almost say you want
Is
to
it like the-
patch up here,
Is it the
like
grass?
the shaking grass. Yeah, just like
Okay.
that, but inside a cave.
Okay, I see, and that's why you are saying repels.
Yeah. But keep your eyes peeled for one of them's, because you will be thankful. I do believe.
So that could be enough. Yeah. Well, it was a crit, but whatever.
God, I can identify a lot of these Pokemon just by the sound alone. I can. I'm like not looking right now. I'm like multitasking, like popping in to like, you know, work at the same time. Like, yep, that's Roggenrola. There's that weird nose. There's Swoobat. I love this game so much. Such a classic. Good memories, man.
Oh wow, that like.
Oh, that didn't do that much.
Oh, this one's actually level
It doesn't have
13.
a level. Yeah, it has a level advantage on you. Did you know level gets factored into like the damage calculation for Pokemon?
No.
Yeah, I can't tell you the exact equation because it's like very obtuse. But like the higher level your Pokemon is, there it is. So probably walk.
Steel gem.
Okay, that can also happen. But yeah, part of it, the calculation involves like the higher level you are, the more damage you do. And the lower level you are, the more damage you take. Yeah, which actually makes like, that's why lower level Pokemon seem to like be so much weaker. Yeah, they are physically like the fights are faster because they're taking more damage proportional to the later levels.
I wonder if that was the case even like back in the, eesh, back in the good
first
old
games?
days. Yeah.
I think so. I think the damage calculator has not changed, but I could be wrong. Rock. I got a rock.
Pobble. Well, I'm gonna heal anyway, so I may as well pick up a repel while I'm out.
There we go. Yeah, probably grab. I'd say 3. Be safe. Maybe even 5 if you're feeling bold.
If I'm feeling bold.
In that case, definitely grab 5. It'll save you time, and I'm telling you, man.
I gotta see this
Dang
one.
it, Scalar.
This is a good one.
This is a very good one. It even evolves early. In fact, I even think it like gets strong moves early. It's just like stupid. Like it's actually amazing. Like yeah, we're just gonna give everything
Actually
to one
just
Pokemon.
stupid. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, no. Bag. Big. Use. Oh, I had some.
Oh. Cool.
Oh, what? Weird.
Oh, yeah. You might want to have your starter in the front.
Oh.
Repels actually only repel Pokemon that are lower level than you.
Oh.
Yeah. There it is.
A normal gem.
Rip.
Or is that money? Is that what those are?
No, basically, they're a gem you put on your Pokemon, and if you use a normal type attack, it gains double the power the first time you use that attack.
The first time? Like for combat?
Yes, but it is, yeah.
Or is it consumable?
But it's a consumable.
Okay. Wow. That one ended quick. Actually, I'm gonna... Knock knock, anyone home? Dust cloud? Repel's effects were wrong. Dang. Whee. Ah. Okay, here's
I
Pokemon.
present to you.
Drillbur.
This Pokemon is a crackhead.
Is it now?
It's built differently.
Will it survive an arm thrust?
I wouldn't. It's a mono ground type. I
Ground
personally would not risk it because it's so much work to, catch these
What?
things.
Oh! I accidentally...
Well, let's hope it survives it.
Okay.
Wow, very lucky.
Well, I won't do another one, because
Most certainly.
minimum 2. What else can I do? Mono ground, so Blitzel has quick attack. Munna has
Honestly, dude, I
Psywave.
think you could probably just throw a Great Ball and that'll be enough.
Oh! Sure. Let's try. I mean, I do have Munna, so I can yawn.
Yeah.
Awesome. Drillbur. And it's ground type. Yay. I've said that ground is one of my favorite types, right?
Yes, you have. So, get the heck out of here and slap that damn thing on your team. Best Pokemon to use in game. Best Pokemon to use competitive. Best Pokemon to use in speed runs.
Oh man, that's gotta be interesting trying to actually find it in a speed run.
Dude, the speed run is completely built on like getting a seed where you can quickly get a powerful one. And that's the most troubling part, and once you get that, you're in. You're good.
Okay. I can get rid of you for now. Okay, yeah.
So,
I am interested
allow
in...
me-
Like, I always try to have at least one flying type, because that way I can put
Yeah.
fly on it.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if Pidgey here is the right one.
So, allow me to elaborate why this Pokemon, and more particularly its evolution, is the best. I will not spoil designs. Are you cool with spoiling stats, or would you neither?
Sure, like what is it good at? Attack, I assume?
So I'm just gonna show you the picture. I'll still tell you, but like, it's. Let's see. Is this right? So it's good, very, very good at attack.
Yeah.
So, but what really sets this Pokemon apart is it has two abilities, Sand Force and Sand Rush. Sand Force doubles the power of ground, steel, and rock type attacks when you're in sand.
Ah. So you want a
That's-
sandstorm.
Yeah, but that's not even the strongest one. The real trick is its other ability, Sand Rush,
Ugh.
where it doubles its speed in a sandstorm. So what you have is a Pokemon, and keep in mind, like back now in this generation, sand is like permanent. It's like it doesn't go away with time. So you have a Pokemon that is blisteringly fast, incredibly strong, and it has a good enough HP to where it can tank like some attacks just because of its high HP. And you have a recipe for and it's also part steel type. So you know
Oh,
resists
it
a
becomes
bunch of
ground steel.
yeah. So you have a recipe for this Pokemon that just like, well, it's in. Don't let it swords dance because if it does, you lose immediately.
And it can learn swords dance.
Yeah, by level up.
Oh, great.
Yeah. It gets Earthquake at level 36.
Nice.
Yeah. It learns Sandstorm on its own. It learns Rock Slide on its own. It learns. It's even like has like rapid spin for like competitive, like getting rid of like hazards and spikes and stealth rock and stuff. It's just insane. It's just like
Okay.
I can't believe they just decided this would be fine. Like without considering the ramifications.
Yeah, that also with it being steel typing, like it's probably resists a lot.
Yeah. So you can't kill it in one hit. Not really.
Oh, this is electric, so... Okay, yeah, this'll... I go first now. Oh, well, you use quick attack.
Rip.
School kid Al. Get schooled.
Dumb kid.
That's a different
Will
colored
never be a-
grass.
Oh yeah, that's the double battle grass.
Oh, you'll run into double battles in there?
Yeah. That's something I always kind of wanted to see explored more in Pokemon, is like more double battles. Like I feel like there should be an option for the game where it's just double battles, you know?
Hmm. It would definitely add a little more, like, depth to the mechanics, because there's more options.
Well, like the official competitive Pokemon is completely built around double battles.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So, like, it'd be like, I think it'd be a cool way to bridge the gap between like more casual and like more competitive fans.
What do you want? Oh, okay. Just he's letting me know
About the grass.
what the deal is.
You like grass? Well, gee whiz, do I got a surprise for you?
Actually, Pokemon. What do we got? Drillbur. This is actually probably a really great way to level up a second Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, huh?
And is there, does the grass shake? Oh, there's only
No.
one.
It's random. Sometimes it
Oh. Smack. Wait, so Drillbur has 2 abilities?
Yeah, it has one of two.
Oh, what one does mine have?
Yours has Sand Force.
Boost
it's
certain
not-
moves. So, ground, steel, and rock, right?
Yeah.
That's probably the one I would want.
Yeah, that's probably... They're both good. It's just a matter of, do I want to be fast and kill things, or do I want to just enucleate the competition? And you don't even need, like, even without its ability, it's still good. You don't need to use it in sand. That's the real kicker of this Pokemon too. It's like, oh, this ability just makes it better, but it doesn't need it. Its ability could be Illuminate, and it would still work.
I imagine that's a bad ability.
It literally, that ability just makes wild Pokemon battles happen more often.
Ah.
Yeah, great ability.
So do you have a go-to team that you prefer when you play this game?
Yeah, I do actually.
I'm sure it probably has Pokemon that I haven't run into yet.
Yeah. I'll give you names. Well, actually, I won't give you names because that won't mean anything. But a lot of it consists of Pokemon in the desert area. Actually,
Okay.
the desert area is pretty infamous in this game for having the best Pokemon. Like if Drillbur and Excadrill are number one, there are two Pokemon in the desert that are in close competition
For
with
number two.
Drillbur. Yeah. Like, and they're just barely not number one. Like in any other game, they would be number one, but Excadrill exists. It's like Lex Luthor would be like the lord of the universe, and like everyone would think he's cool, but he unfortunately exists at the same time as Superman.
Rip. So can this grass get shaky? I'm not seeing it.
I don't think the dark grass can get shaky, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oop.
Oh, well, I guess you already had Thanksgiving on Wednesday, huh? Or earlier? Tuesday?
Ours was actually on Monday, believe it or not.
Yeah, right, because there was that surgery.
Mm-hmm.
How did I don't know if I properly asked you how your Thanksgiving went. How did it go, man?
It went really good. My turkeys have been
Hey.
getting better and better every year. I don't know if I've been the one cooking the turkey for Thanksgiving for my family for like years now.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
You're the turkey guy?
Uh-huh. Granted, we haven't had like a big family dinner with like everyone from the extended family for a long time. But even years ago, I did that. I've done that several times. I've served the turkey. And so the method that I use, that both this year and last year that turned out really good, is you like thaw the turkey, and then you debone it. You deboned the whole turkey raw.
Really?
That
sounds labor intensive.
So that means like you remove all the bones, like even like the thigh bones and the wing bones from the meat. You carve the meat off of the rib cage. And yes, it is a intensive, piece of butchery that you have to go through with, but there are several benefits of doing it that way. So you'll do that, and then you'll season the meat and let it sit in the fridge for like 48 hours or so. Like you'll salt, dry brine as people have called it. You just kind of salt the meat heavily and let it sit. You've heard of liquid brines, right?
Yeah, I think I know what's involved with that.
Okay,
Letting it sit in salt water.
Like, yeah, and that was a method. I've done that before. You brine a turkey by letting it submerge in liquid. The benefit of that is it actually can help thaw the turkey quicker.
Oh yeah.
But you can also do the same thing just by like salting the turkey. You just give it more salt than you would imagine it needs. And then
Okay.
So you debone the carcass, and then you could do that with the meat. Let it sit in the fridge, for however long, and then you take the rib cage, the bones, the neck, the giblets, everything else. You throw it in a pan, and you broil it for a little while until like it gets dark and crispy, like there's a nice browning on all the meat. You don't even need to cook it. You don't need to cook it. You just brown the meat, so you have like some tasty, flavorful browning, and then you make a stock from all those bones, all the bones and all the excess scraps, and I usually stew those for like at least 8 hours or so, and you get a really nice broth from it, and then essentially, and then what you do, and you can do some of these steps at different times, like you don't have to do it all in one day, but once you have that broth, what you do is you strain out the meat, and so it's just liquid now, and then you boil the ever-loving heck out of it. You just boil it down, reduce it from, you know, what is usually probably like 2 gallons, reduce that to like 2 cups worth.
Jeez.
Yeah, like you just all the water out, just stirring it and boil it all down. And so when you stew bones to make a broth, this isn't the case in store-bought broth, but when you stew bones, the water will leach out gelatin. And that's how people used to make Jell-O, is they would stew bones to get the gelatin out, and then the result, I gotta switch. Yeah, that's how people would make like gelatin back in the day. It's from bones. Like you would clean bones to make sure there's no meat, or sometimes if you're making a meat flavored Jell-O.
Inside my bones.
Huh? Yeah, no, in people all of that gelatin, and then you strain it and then you boil it down, and so that reduced like 2 cups of liquid has just a ton of gelatin in it, and it's actually thick. It's a gravy, but there's no thickener in there. It's just the gelatin. And it tastes so strongly of turkey that it's just like getting slapped in the face with a bird. Like it just a tiny little taste of that, just it's so flavorful. And you use that as gravy. It's called a demi-glaze actually. When you like reduce a meat stock, demi-glaze or demi-glace. It's French. Because usually gravy is made from fat. It's the turkey fat with some sort of thickener. But this is actually a lot. It's actually also a lot healthier because it's gelatin and water as opposed to fat and starch. Switch. Yeah. And then so the day of, you can take your meat and throw it in the oven, and it will actually cook in around an hour. As opposed to, like, you know, like a turkey, like when you bake a turkey classically with the bone in, it usually takes like multiple hours, upwards of 3 hours. It also like, which can be bad for the meat, because the meat dries out. Because the idea is that when you're cooking a bird like that, you need to heat the whole thing up, including the bones, and that's where like a lot of the heat goes. A lot of the time needs to be spent heating up the bones, but you've removed them. There's no bones in this bird anymore. It's just these fillets, these slabs of meat. So when you cook it, it only takes like an hour, so the meat super moist and tender. Because that's one of the like common problems with
it's turkey. Dry.
Yeah, not my turkey. My turkey is super moist. And then you eat it with the demi-glaze. It's just it's really good. Turns out really, really good. And I've used this method. This is the second year I've used this method. There were some kind of small alterations I did, experimenting, trying to get things differently. But yeah, so that's my Thanksgiving. I usually like I spend several hours, you know, sawing through a turkey and stewing over a cauldron of brew, and so I am able to get other people to like do the other stuff. Like, look at what
yeah.
I'm doing. It's you. I'm gonna let you do the stuffing. I'm gonna let you do the potatoes and all that stuff.
You could pawn everything else.
Yes,
off.
I pawn everything else off because I'm doing the
Which is
hardest
easy
job.
to do. Yeah, you're doing like the big thing.
Uh-huh.
Dinner.
And so yeah, I've done that every year, and this turned out pretty good.
Hey, all right, sweet. Like, how long did it take you to develop this, I guess, method?
Oh, I mean, I can't really say that I developed it myself.
No, of course. But like,
it's a herd. I heard about it.
Well, okay, there you go. How long have you been doing this method? And
2
getting better
years.
at it?
Because every year I have always gone through. Because this all started when, like, years ago, like 5 years ago, when I was like, all right, you know what? Like, I know how to cook. I can cook. There's no reason that, like, I can't do this. And also, I'm just sick of Thanksgiving dinners. Like, dry turkey that, you know, there's gotta be a better way to do this. That was my, my outlook, going in, was just gotta be a better way. And so I did research, and I found that the first thing I did was trying the brine, the traditional wet brine, where you submerge the turkey, keeps the turkey moist, allegedly. And let's see, no, I want to keeps the turkey moist. And I did that at least 1, maybe 2 years. And then I switched to dry brining, which is pretty much the same thing. You essentially, like, salt crust the turkey. You just salt the whole thing all over, and then let it sit in the fridge for several days, you know, 2 to 5 days. The salt will soak into the meat, help with the moisture. What? Avoided.
Get pranked.
So I've tried that. I've tried dry brines, standard brines. The other big, like, tip that I do, and this is like beginner. My recommendation for a beginner, first timer, you want to make a better turkey than just, you know, throwing it in the oven. The trick I recommend is to first do what's called spatchcocking. Do you know what spatchcocking a bird is?
No, but that's a very funny word. Can you say it again?
It's when this sounds weird. It's where you remove you remove the spine. You literally get a pair of, like, kitchen shears, and you cut your way through, like, the back of the pelvis near the tailbone, and you just cut out the entire spine. Then what you do is you flip the bird around, you open it up and push it down. And so you essentially flatten the bird. The 2 breasts are kind of in the center along that crease that you folded open. Then on the sides you have the wings and the legs just kind of splayed out. And the bird is flat as a result. This just flattens the whole thing. Which makes it, once again, it makes it a lot easier to cook because there's more surface area. The heat can get in better now. And there's no, like, pocket in the center of the bird. And what you can do is you can, when you cook the bird, you know, you spatchcock it, and by now you're on a big wide tray, because the bird takes up a lot of, like, space, you know, because it's flattened and spread out. And you let it sit on top of your stuffing. So, like, you fill a oven tray with your stuffing, and you just lay the raw turkey, like seasoned and salted and ready to go. You lay that on top of the stuffing, and then you cook it that way. All the drippings will fall into the pan and get in with the stuffing below. Or also you can do like a bed of veggies. And once again, it still will take like maybe an hour and a half because the bones are still in there, and the bones are dense, which means they take more time to heat up in the oven. But it's still a lot faster than cooking an unspatchcocked bird. Yeah, that's what I would recommend if someone wanted to give a shot at making a Thanksgiving dinner that's at least slightly better than the traditional.
All right, I guess that's something I keep in mind now. Is spatchcocking.
Yeah, I mean
that's a great word.
So the other things that I know have phenomenal results are I've always wanted to someday deep fry a turkey. Because that's an obvious.
What?
Like that's Huh?
Oh, yeah, like okay, yeah, but like for like Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's, when you kind of
Don't dislike deep fried food?
Oh, you kidding? Oh no, I am all about deep fried food. Oh baby.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, your hypothetical child was the one.
Hypothetical. Oh yeah, no. If I'm like raising, I remember, we had that conversation about like how taste develops when you're an infant, and so like when I raise a kid, he's gonna. I can't really say be a vegetarian because like kids need like protein. They need
but like a very veggie heavy diet.
But yeah, a very veggie heavy diet with lots of different but so and little. There's probably going to be very little junk food. Or comfort food when my kid's an infant. What was I going to say? Yeah, no, deep fried food is delicious. Oh my god. I've always wanted to deep fry turkey, because I've had it before. I've had deep fried turkey drumsticks. Oh my god, those are just so good. You want moist, flavorful, rich turkey? Oh. Only problem is that like obviously it's deep fried. Like that's kind of like the downside.
Yeah.
So not only is it unhealthy, it's also like difficult to do. Some people say dangerous, but like that's just a matter of not being stupid when you're, because it can be very dangerous. People like kill themselves, burn themselves trying to deep fry.
People have died
deep
frying?
Yes. If you put a turkey in when it's too moist or too like wet, or when you put a turkey in when it's too raw or too frozen, it will explode. So when you, because if you think about how big, you've seen a turkey, they're big birds, right?
Yeah, they're large, rotund individuals.
In order to deep fry one, you need a container large enough to like submerge it. So when you're deep frying a turkey, you have a big vat of oil. And like, water and oil, like have you ever had a pan, just like a pan full of boiling oil, and like you flick water in it, it sizzles and spits?
I've made that mistake before, yes.
If you do that with a frozen turkey and a giant cauldron full of boiling oil, it just explodes and covers you head to toe in like oil that kills you. You burn to death.
Like a medieval, like the ramparts that's dropping in on the people,
it is
on top of like the castle. That's hilarious.
People have died trying to deep fry turkeys. Like you absolutely have to be careful when you do it. That said, I'm knowledgeable about this. I'm no slouch or beginner when it comes to cooking. I would love to do that someday. I think that'd be totally awesome. do it properly. You know, make sure the bird is completely thawed out, and then you pat it down to make sure it's not just dripping fluids when you submerge it. And then the other thing I also suspect, because in my experience, their deep frying obviously makes any meat delicious. Just it's a cheat. It just automatically. Steak, deep fried steak, oh my god, just better than grilled.
Really deep fried steak?
Deep,
I've never...
just universal statement. Deep frying meat is a very easy way to make anything extremely delicious, especially meat. However, another thing, it takes a lot more effort and is slower, is more of a process. A smoker.
Oh yeah.
Like every summer, when I visit my uncle, he has a big Traeger, a big smoker. I bring with me like sometimes 1 or 2 ham pork shoulders, and I'll let those cook for like 24 hours. And then they're just fall off the bone, and it's so good. It is equal. It is equally delicious to deep frying, and in some ways like more flavor and more like, you know, nuance to it, but definitely a much bigger process. Someday I would love to do that with a turkey. I would love to smoke a turkey. And I suspect that is actually probably going to be the king. That's probably going to be the winner. Is go through my method of like spatchcocking and dry brining a bird. I'm pretty sure that is the best turkey that can possibly be made. It's just I don't have a Traeger myself. I can't test that on my own. But those 2 options aside, deboning and baking a bird the way I do is really good. It's a really good method. I'd highly recommend. Have you ever baked a chicken before?
I have not.
Honestly, that is an excellent way to essentially kind of like try it out yourself.
Oh really?
Just get a chicken from the store. Use some shears, some kitchen shears. And you really do need kitchen shears. Like it sawing through the bone with a knife doesn't. But then again, like kitchen shears are a tool I use all the time in the kitchen. So even if you don't have shears, I 10 out of 10 would recommend. Get yourself some good kitchen shears. Those are just good to have for tons of things. So yeah, get a chicken from the store, spatchcock it. So like you go down one side from neck, from like there's a hole in the neck during the butchery process from opening in the bottom to the top of the neck. Just snip through all of the bones, through all the ribs to cut out the spine on one side and then the other, and then you have like the spine flopping around. It's this thing you can separate completely from the bird. You then turn the bird over onto the back you've now cut open. You reach behind it and kind of pull upward and out, and you flatten the bird. Then you'll probably want to like push down on the sternum of the bird, and there'll be some snapping as you kind of like snap it down. Then you take that bird, just salt. Put more salt on than you think you will need. Like for a chicken, probably like 2 tablespoons worth of salt. Both sides, front and back, the inside and the outside. Salt it all over. Let that sit for like a day or so, 24 hours. Okay. And then let that sit for a day or so. Let that dry brine. You can also season it. Some pepper on there, some sage, some oregano. And then the next day you get like you dice some potatoes up, put those in a pan. You lay your chicken on top of the potatoes and throw that in the oven. There's some other tricks you can do too. Like one of my favorites is to like make a mix of garlic butter. You make some garlic butter And then you shove it up underneath the skin of the bird. So like you put a layer of butter underneath like the bird's skin on like the thighs and the breasts and everywhere, and then you bake it that way. And then your chicken is just like buttery and moist and like so good.
Nice.
And doing that with a chicken is a lot easier than with a turkey. Is the point I was getting at. I think I am actually going to, let's see here, doop. I think I'm going to end